Vinicius showing an insufferable character. Martinez dancing after saving a penalty. Damn. These are the 7 players that become annoying when they're winning. Wait till you see what Garnacho did against Copenhagen, which he later regretted. But first, let's start with Richarlison and his annoying behaviour when his Tottenham is winning. 1. Richarlison. Richarlison's move to Tottenham raised a few eyebrows because of the insane price tag. And since he never really got the goals to justify his price tag in his earlier days, many felt he was an overpriced flop. But that didn't deter the guy from being absolutely annoying when his team was winning. His antics and arrogant attitude on the football pitch are well known, but this is not all to his game. He also tends to go overboard with his celebrations to rile up the crowd, not only when he scores, but when a teammate scores. But it's also about more than just goals. In 2022, when Tottenham faced Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, Richarlison was seen doing a keepy-uppy when his team was in the lead. This annoyed Nottingham Forest so much that Brennan Johnson rushed to hack him down. But at least Tottenham won that game. In Garnacho's case, he regretted some of his actions. 2. Garnacho. Although Garnacho idolises Cristiano Ronaldo, he seems to not look up to him when it comes to humility on the pitch. The Manchester United forward is famous for riling up crowds and mocking players and clubs whenever Manchester United is winning, or he scores. On one occasion, when Manchester United played against Copenhagen away from home, Garnacho was seen shushing the crowd after Bruno converted from the penalty spot to give Manchester United the lead. But he'll come to regret his actions later in the game, as Copenhagen ran out 4-3 winners in the match, and the cameras caught Garnacho with teary eyes. But that wasn't the first time Garnacho shushed the crowd. He did the same against Galatasaray. His teammate and captain Bruno Fernandes had to caution him against that, but that didn't deter him from being annoying. He's also seen to have not learnt from the backlashes on social media either. Against Barcelona in the Europa League following United's win, he did the Pedri celebration and even went as far as posting it on social media. Many people lashed out at him for this act, for being childish. Many found it equally annoying, considering that Pedro was on the sidelines suffering from an injury. Recently against West Ham, the dude mocked the West Ham players by doing Kudus' celebration. Both times he scored in the match. But since Garnacho is a youngster, you could see it as a growing curve for him. But Muller isn't a youngster. 3. Thomas Muller. Muller will go into the history books as one of the greatest Bayern Munich players. Still, when facing Barcelona, history will remember him as an annoying thorn in the side of Barcelona. But this isn't just for what he did on the football pitch. His antics off the pitch also contributed to this assertion. The dude is a German machine, alright. He can do almost anything on the pitch, but off the pitch, he can be a little annoying when his team wins. And since he plays for Bayern, that is almost every time. If you ever doubt Muller's annoying nature, ask Barca fans about him. The last time Bayern Munich faced Barcelona, he came out to say Barca are just not the club to handle Bayern because they cannot cope with the intensity of Bayern. There was a time when he trolled Messi when Bayern fans faced PSG in the Champions League, saying that most times things go well when they play against Messi, unlike when they play against Ronaldo. Also, when Bayern drew PSG, he made a video saying au revoir to PSG fans and players. That is how annoying Muller can get, but not as annoying as Vinicius Jr. 4. Vinicius Jr. Real Madrid's star attacker Vinicius Jr is slowly but surely making a name for himself as one of the best players in the world. His skills, dribbling ability, speed, and goal-scoring prowess have seen him make a giant leap in the Real Madrid shirt as one of the star players on the team. However, he can be very insufferable when his team is winning. From showing off to laughing at players and fans and gesturing at the scoreline, Vinicius certainly is one player that many players would hate if they were not his teammates. He has mastered the dark arts and knows how to rile up his opponents. In the last El Clasico, he was seen gesturing the 4-1 scoreline to the fans and Barcelona players in the match. When his team is winning, he often starts to showboat and tease his opponents to get them riled up. This dude doesn't even mind if this leads to the match's commotion, as it usually does. He trolls, laughs at opponents, and then moves on. But this guy doesn't just move on after trolling on the pitch, he also takes it off the pitch. 5. Emiliano Martinez. When you talk about shithousery of the highest order, this guy has it in him. In fact, he embodies it. Emiliano Martinez rose to the ranks in Arsenal after an injury to the first-choice goalkeeper Bernd Leno. But as Leno returned from injury, Martinez's playtime was cut short. He then moved to Aston Villa to get more playtime, which worked out well for him. Not only did he get more playtime, but he also got the #1 shirt for his country, Argentina. But this only made the dude even more annoying when his team wins. In a Premier League match between Aston Villa and Manchester United at Old Trafford, Bruno Fernandes missed a penalty, and Martinez did this. Yeah, that is as weird as it looks. The dude was dancing weirdly in front of the fans to rile them up. Sometimes when he makes a save, he unleashes a weird dance move in front of the opponents to annoy them. He did the same when he saved a penalty in the World Cup. Also, after winning the World Cup and the goalkeeper award, Martinez unleashed this weird dance move. But that's not all. During Argentina's World Cup celebration parade, Martinez had a statue with Mbappe's head to mock the French forward for failing to win the World Cup. But at least Martinez has a World Cup and Best Goalkeeper award to justify his annoying self. For this next guy, all he could boast of was having less relegation to his name. 6. Neil Maupay. This guy is probably the one with the least achievements on this list, but he is as annoying as any of the other players that feature when his team is winning or he scores. Maupay currently plays for Brentford and has made his mark in England. But guess what his mark is for? Well, it's not for his goal-scoring attributes or trophies won. It is for riling up opposing players and fans. One of the most famous is the match between Tottenham and Brentford at Tottenham Stadium. Maupay got Brentford in the lead and mocked Tottenham players by imitating Maddison's famous dart-throwing celebration. Of course, Tottenham went on to win the game, but the matter didn't stop there. After his little spat with Maddison, Maupay posted on Instagram that the celebration was premature, but at least he had more goals and less relegation than Maddison. That wasn't the first time Maupay riled up his opponent. When Brentford faced Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, Maupay came on as a substitute and assisted Brentford's second goal to secure a 2-0 win against Chelsea. After the match, Maupay exchanged shirts with Sanchez and then posted the shirt on Instagram, mocking Sanchez and Chelsea. Perhaps if Diego Costa was still a Chelsea player, Maupay would not dare do what he did. 7. Diego Costa. Diego Costa is one player who mastered the dark arts to the fullest. When he's not scoring goals, he frustrates defenders, shushing fans, gesturing at managers in the opposing team bench, or even having stern words with the referees. Yeah, Diego Costa is that guy. At Atletico Madrid, he was constantly seen frustrating Sergio Ramos or Pepe. In fact, he displayed his shithousery playing against his future Chelsea teammate, John Terry. And when he got to Chelsea, he continued with his usual self. Normality means annoying when it comes to this guy. In one match against Manchester United, after a tackle from Marco Rojo, Costa slightly elbowed the United defender, and then when the defender slightly detailed immediately, he rolled on the floor, holding his eyes. Again, when Chelsea played Liverpool in the Carabao Cup semi-final, Chelsea won a throw-in, and Costa wanted to get on with things. However, Emre Can kicked the ball away, and what did Costa do? Your guess is as good as mine. He stepped on Can's legs. He didn't even care if he was gonna break it. Other times he was constantly seen getting in the face of players, going head-to-head with them, and then laughing it off whenever things went his way. Costa is that guy you love when he's on your team, but you absolutely hate when he's your opponent. But that's not the only reason why we love Diego Costa. This guy is already subscribed to Scorezone and is a real fan. If you want to be as cool as him, hit that subscribe button and welcome to the team. Cheers!